What is your American dream?
My American dream is that everyone's human rights are upheld and respected, and that no family is ever separated.
My American dream is an America where everyone is treated with dignity and can reach their fullest potential and feel safe and loved.
So that we can all live in dignity together in the same dream of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi, where we want to build a beloved community. We are not judged by the color of our skin, but by the intent of our character.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. Welcome, everybody. It is July 16th. It is Brad Show Live. My name is Brad Bernstein, and I am joined somewhere in this world by Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias.
Yeah.
You are still here, present. Yo-Yo is present.
Right here, present.
Loud and clear today, too. Loud and clear.
And Ness-quick, Vanessa, Contreras. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
No complaints from you at all. Did you? Yesterday you were not feeling well.
No complaints that I would bore you guys with.
Well, just bore me a little bit. Tell me everything is okay with you. Just give me, a thumbs up. You're okay. You're feeling okay. Yesterday you were fighting off. Yesterday you were fighting off throughout most of our show. I guess all of yesterday, but through most of our show you were fighting off symptoms that appeared to represent coronavirus. And
I know.
Today you're all buttoned up like you're having the chills.
Yeah, I have the shivers.
You have the shivers.
Yeah, I went to go get tested earlier today though, so we'll see.
All right. So Vanessa, until Yo-Yo gets all clear from the doctors, I think we're going to start calling him Yonathan Quarantined Elias instead of Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias. We'll just call him Quarantined.
But can we just
we'll find out. We'll find out within 3 days.
Yo-Yo just looks like he went on like a fashionable run to like sweat off whatever it is that he has, but he did it in style.
Correct. Correct. Well, he was the best dressed protester in all, not only in New York, but in reality, all of New York City, in all of America. I mean, Vogue could have put anybody as the best dressed protester, and they pulled Yonathan on the street as the best dressed protester in all of the United States of America. So
I had to represent. For Brad Show Live.
And soon he will be also the best dressed coronavirus survivor, I guess. I don't know, person. And Vanessa, how are you doing today, my dear?
I'm doing great.
Yeah?
I'm doing great. Beautiful weather outside. I had a great lunch, worked on myself, did some things.
Were you down by the Brooklyn Bridge today?
That was yesterday.
You see, you're not posting in real time. You are not posting in real. I saw on Instagram. I'm like,
my story late.
Uncle Brad, not keeping up with your story. I thought today you were down at the Brooklyn Bridge area. I'm like, why don't you stop by the office? It's right around the corner.
No, I actually drove by the office yesterday, rushing to get to my studio here, and I was like, if we weren't full of germs, I could just park my car and just run upstairs like I usually do. Driving by the studio yesterday, I meant to say that yesterday, I missed us. I literally drove by the office coming home, and I was like, I can't wait until I go back to my parking garage guy, put my car there, zoom upstairs, do what we do. I missed that.
You're right, because if you showed up, everybody on the crew, including me, would have been like, what are you doing here? Right?
They definitely would have made you feel some type of way.
That's right. Anyway.
That's why I didn't come knocking on the door. I would have just been like, I'm here.
Anyways.
They would have been like, you need to be over there, meaning outside. Look at Brad.
Out of here. We gotta say hello. We gotta say hello to our squad. Nina God Pickney saying squad up, Uncle Brad and Yo-Yo. Nina, we got a Ness-quick too, my dear. Don't make her feel bad. Elizabeth Francis, squad up, by the way, Ness-quick, you don't feel bad if somebody says squad. I mean, because sometimes they say, hey, Vanessa, you look beautiful. And then, because you get that a lot in the comments. And then Yo-Yo and I are like, what do we, chop liver? We don't look beautiful, right?
Well, I tell you guys, you're cute every day. Look at how I had to take advantage.
Yeah.
I compliment you on your pocket squares, Yo-Yo with his fashionable tracksuit. I mean, you guys give me... What more do you guys need from the comments? I got your back. You guys got mine. It's never personal.
All right.
That's all that matters.
I'm just double checking with you. That's all. Carol Anderson, the Tiger, wishing Yo-Yo, hopefully he's feeling better. Let's see who else we got here. Jessica Kalimi Joelle, she is sharing. I know it because I just got the notification right before we came on. Squad up. Myrtle Ray, Lisa Bling Rose, Monica Stone, squad up. Dion Reed, Therese Slater saying, hey, Uncle Brad and squad. Elizabeth Francis, squad up. Christy Kinsali and I'm a Survivor is present. She just went back to get the mask. It's mandatory in this neck of, I guess, the woods. She said in this neck of the hood. But maybe she said it's neck of the hood. Neck of the hood. I guess you're right.
I like that.
I never heard that before.
I like it.
Yeah.
Neck of the hood.
I was hoping. I thought maybe it was a typo. Because
she meant what she meant.
She meant what she meant. Okay, because wood and hood could have been close, an H and a W, but she meant it. And she's in Arizona, so Arizona is. I know she's down in Arizona. I'm a survivor because she survived from my radio days. So she's been watching on and off for a long time. So I know she's in Arizona. So I hope she is doing well there because they're having problems in Arizona. Ma Dukes, how are you? Stargirl Mika, squad up. Sandra Womack, Joyce Henry, Audrey, anointed Kelly Simpson. She is not just Audrey Kelly Simpson. She has anointed. Either she anointed herself or she was anointed by somebody, but she is anointed, Audrey. What is she waiting on a call? Are we supposed to call you, Audrey? Are you a client of ours? Pizza, find out from Audrey, anointed Kelly Simpson, what call she's waiting on, and we'll get that straightened out. And Monica Stone, she says it's neck of the woods, not neck of the hood. But who knows? You know what? Typos can be funny. You know, maybe she meant it, maybe she didn't. I'll tell you yesterday.
I think she meant it.
You think she meant it? Yeah, I mean,
I do.
Yesterday I went, I'll tell you a little, I went to the dentist and one of my tooths are loose. So I'm all annoyed, you know, I'm like, oh my God, I'm too young to start losing teeth when my teeth are loose. I knocked it. It's because I knocked it. And so I text no, it's not a baby. So I text my girlfriend and she's like, oh, I hope you don't, have, something like mouse teeth. And I'm like, mouse teeth? I said, I've never heard somebody call somebody having mouse teeth before. And I go, LOL, that's funny. I never heard mouse teeth. That made me laugh. But
what does that mean?
It didn't mean anything.
Yeah,
it meant to mean that I hope you don't lose your teeth. But she was loose and mouse just got it. It was a typo. But you know what? But typos. I said I never heard that before, and it just made me laugh. I'm like, mouse tooth. Okay, that was kind of funny. But because I'm thinking like mouse.
That's your joke.
Yeah, because I'm like, because mouse don't really have teeth. So, but. You could be a typo. That was way too long of a story to get out. I am sorry. I thought it was funnier in my head than when it came out. But
Yo-yo laugh. Yo-yo laugh.
Yo-yo laugh. Yes. All right. Hey, let's say hello to AJ, Jodianne Samuels, Janice Williams, squad up, Ja Love saying hello to everybody. Kanisha Arnold, Daniel K, Akila Prasad, Elizabeth Juso, Lynn saying squad up, Jewel MCAA says, welcome, Brad. I just love your show. You make me laugh. Blessed love, man. Your Jamaican friend. And there you have it. And by the way, Ness-quick and Yo-Yo, before we let everybody have it, why don't you individually let people have it and tell them what they need to do to help us, help them?
Absolutely. All right, guys. First things first, we want you guys to join the Facebook fan page. Become a VIP member. You get so many incentives. The main one is you could put in your question any time in the day, and you will be the first 5 that get your questions answered. That's a huge incentive. So make sure you guys go to the Facebook fan page, Brad Show Live, and join it. We will accept it, and you will become a part of the VIP member. All right, so now for Facebook, I need everybody to share. Remember, this is the only way we can get the show out, with you helping. This is all within your hands. You guys, is within the touch, your fingertips, whichever one you use. If you use your pointer or your thumb, I don't know which one you guys use, but I need you guys to press that share button. All you have to do is go right under the video. It says share. It's a little arrow that's pointing to the right. You can share it to anybody's page. You can share it to an inbox. You can share it. You could copy the link. I like that as well. I want you guys to also copy the link. Make little groups on your phone, like for your text message apps. So this would be Viper, WhatsApp, regular text message. If you guys set a group of friends and just remind them, make it a fun thing. Like, be like, hey guys, all right, we going in, and I want you guys to bring your whole party here. Yeah, your whole party in, and like go in the comments and just go wild. All right, so I want you guys to make sure you share by sharing, clicking the arrow, or copying the link and sharing it in a text message blast. Of course, we want you guys to put your comments and your questions in the comment section right now. Also show your interaction by loving, smiling face, sad face, wow face, whatever you're feeling. Make sure you guys show that love as well. All right, Ness-quick, what are we gonna do on YouTube?
Okay, friends, on YouTube, if you aren't already and you're currently watching us, make sure you are subscribed to our channel. Turn on the notification bell right next to the subscribe button, and that'll let you know when the show is on every day, Monday through Friday. And here we are answering you guys' immigration questions. As just like Yo-Yo said, we need you guys to share. On YouTube, you can also share the same way. You'll find the arrow, it'll say share, and share it in a text message. Share it to a group. Share, 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 you guys. Brad is here to provide you guys with so much value and so much knowledge. And the same way that you're getting all the answers to your questions, there's probably someone out there that has the same questions and doesn't have the source. They probably don't know that we even exist. So be that source for them and lead them here, you guys. So like Yo-Yo was saying, share, share, share. I'm also taking a look at our views right now, and I'm going to need you guys to work on those thumbs up. All of that helps our engagement and helps YouTube know that there is something amazing happening here, and will keep leading more people to such a great source. We're also on Instagram, guys, so make sure that you're following us there at Brad Show Live. Give us a follow. You'll find the best snippets of our show there. And we also have our weekly giveaway. This week, we had an anonymous winner because there was only one entry. There's so many of you guys out there. All you have to do is follow us on Instagram, find this post, like this post, comment it, tag 5 friends, tag 5 more friends. Every time that you leave a comment, tagging 5 friends, which will lead them back to the post. Every time that you put a comment that way, your name would be entered into our weekly vault, where we select you to get this free consultation with Brad, friends. This is a $200 value consultation for absolutely free. All you have to do is follow us on Instagram and find this post. Let's get those entries in, because a consultation with Brad for absolutely free, we can all use some of that. So now we're getting to what we love to do, sharing some world news, schmoozing with Brad.
All right, guys. It's official. A character from the Addams Family is now an extremist. I'm not even joking around. Stephen Miller, a.k.a. Lurch, from the Addams Family. There he is, exact duplicate. I mean, the guy looks exactly like him. Lurch from the 1960s sitcom Addams Family. Stephen Miller now, 2020.
Yeah, the original one.
The original Lurch. Yeah, that's probably what he wakes. That's what he looks like when he wakes up every morning. The Southern Poverty Law Center has now tagged Stephen Miller, who is the key White House aide to Donald Trump, as an extremist. the organization wrote in its entry for Miller that Donald Trump's aide is credited with shaping the racist and draconian immigration policies of President Trump. It credits Miller with orchestrating the administration's hard-line immigration positions, such as the zero-tolerance policy that has led to family separations at the border, the Muslim ban, and the decision to halt green cards during the coronavirus pandemic, halting it immigrant visa processing from abroad. It also blamed Miller for speeches made by Trump that were interpreted as dog whistles for racists, and got racists and people who are part of the Ku Klux Klan and other right-wing extremist racist groups, excited that Donald Trump is secretly talking to them, and maybe he very well may be. The Southern Poverty Law Center said, through the conscious use of fear-mongering and xenophobia, Miller implements policies which demonize immigrants regardless of their immigration status in an apparent effort to halt all forms of immigration to the United States. What is pretty sad about it all is that Miller's family escaped persecution themselves. They escaped anti-Jewish persecution in Belarus in the early 1900s. Had they not escaped that persecution and got refugee status in the United States of America, Stephen Miller would not be alive today. He would have been killed in the Holocaust. He would never have been born because his family would have been killed in the Holocaust. And here he is 3 generations later and doesn't learn a goddamn thing. Which really, what it really shows is, listen, I'm Jewish. You always like to think Jewish people are always good people. But what it comes down to is this. There's good and bad everywhere. There's good black people, There's bad black people. There's good Dominicans, there's bad Dominicans. There's good Jewish people and bad Jewish people. And that's what the life is. You can't stereotype anybody.
There's just good people and there's bad people.
Exactly.
Period.
Right. But the stereotyping of people, I can't take it anymore. The stereotyping of people that this group is good, this group is bad. And by the way, it happens with everybody right now. Okay? Which is really making me sick as an American and as a human being. It's making me sick. And it's not just, and by the way, okay, you're voting Republican now. You're basically voting for racist white men. Okay, that's basically what the Republican Party has turned into, the racist white man political party.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, on the left, it's, when you get on the left, it gets bad too. It gets very bad too. Okay, there's a lot of people on the left who are stereotyping people and putting groups of people and saying this group of people is good, this group of people is bad. And it's happening from both sides, unfortunately. And it's making me a little sick to watch the news every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to think also, being having that history within your own family, you would think that you would be an advocate for experiencing, hearing your family's experience and probably hoping, being in the position that you're in, to how you can maybe move forward from this and revolutionize, you know what I mean? But hey, everyone digests their family learnings the way they will.
I think what it is just so far removed from him because it's the 3rd generation, not justifying it at all, but I'm putting myself in that situation because I know what my parents went through in order to come to the United States. The fact that they were refugees, they had to flee from their country just because they were taking kids from school and throwing them into the army. I saw what they had to go through, and it's like it's all up to me to try and prove to them and make them proud, and just I just want to pay them back. Like that's literally all I want to do. So the fact that he doesn't even see that, it's crazy to me. But I think it's just because he didn't see it. He didn't see it happen. Right. He just knows that that's his history, which is sick. It's sick.
I actually disagree with you because I look at myself. I'm either 4th or 5th generation here. My grandparents, all 4 of my grandparents were born in the United States, so I'm at least 4th generation. We don't know what happened. I don't know when my family came here because nobody knew my great-grandparents. So as far as I know, whatever happened before grandparents, we have no idea. Okay, because all the great-grandparents were dead when my parents were born. So my parents have no idea, where we came from. But so maybe I'm 4th generation or 5th generation, whatever it is I am here. I'm not like that.
You're right. You're right.
I'm not like that.
Yeah.
So you can't just say because you're 3rd or 4th generation, it's so far removed. I think it's a little different.
What is it?
I think people have lost empathy and sympathy and understanding of humanity. And I'm going to give you a perfect example of it. Katie Miller, who's Stephen Miller's wife. Okay, there was a book that just came out, and the book is called Separated, and it's a new book that came out on Tuesday by NBC News reporter Jacob Sabaroff, and he chronicles the Trump administration's immigration policies, specifically the zero-tolerance family separation policies at the border. Now, under this family separation policy, for the few people who don't know, from 2017 to 2019, thousands of children of migrants were separated from their parents at the U.S.-Mexico border and placed in unsanitary detention facilities. They took children from parents as young babies, 3, 4, 5 years old, mostly Hispanic, mostly brown-skinned children, separated them from their parents as a way to punish the parents for trying to flee persecution, and then maybe word would get back on the street from the towns and cities and countries where they came from, don't try to come to America because we're going to separate you from your families. And Katie Miller, who married Lurch, a.k.a. Stephen Miller, a.k.a. there they are, the happy Aryan couple. She went to the border, according to this book, to gain some sympathy for the people that were being separated. And what this reporter wrote in the book about Katie Miller, the woman who was married to Stephen Miller, he wrote, "It didn't work. I will never forget what I saw, seriously. Are you a white nationalist?" I asked an exasperated Katie Miller. Katie Miller responded, "No, but I believe if you come to America, you should assimilate. Why do we need to have little Havana?" Basically, Katie Miller had no compassion for any of these children. Children! Separated. So I think it has nothing to do with generation after generation of being here and you forget, Yo-Yo. I think it has to do with just the way some people are raised by their families.
That's where I was going to ask next. Yep.
Okay.
It's like any other with our own conversations, right? So with our own movements, Yo-Yo, we're so conscious now of like Black Lives Matter, and we're not even going to go too in depth in there, but we all conclude that it stems back to the lessons learned at home, and that goes with anything that you stand for. It all starts in your home. So even with those generational, right? Because we said we're not going to justify him with that, but there should be things that your parents. There's just the way you treat people. There's just ethics.
Right.
There's just morals. There's just empathy. There's just value, and that's learned in the home, no matter what 7th generation you may be. You know. It all stems back to the home. How you treat people stems back into
that is very
your
true.
home.
It's how you're raised, and what's made to be important to you, and whether humanity is important to you, whether human life is important to you. I'll give you another one right now. Under Donald Trump, the United States is now on track to welcome the fewest Christian refugees since its resettlement policy was formalized in 1980. And it's not even close. To give perspective, in 1980, over 200,000 refugees were admitted into the United States, mostly Christians fleeing religious persecution. In 2016, 84,000. Now, according to a joint report released Friday by the World Relief and Open Doors USA, persecuted minorities representing a variety of different religions have been harmed by the decline in this resettlement. What is what is, I guess, ironic or sick or sad. I don't know what the right word you want to say, but who is Donald Trump's largest block of voters? Christian evangelicals. So here are Christian evangelicals who are voting for Donald Trump, who want to uphold Christian values, whatever Christian values they want to uphold in the United States of America. You know, you hear the Republicans, we're a Christian country. I'm not a Christian, but okay, fine. But we're a Christian country because we're a majority Christian, yet we only want Christians that look like us from Norway. What kind of hypocrisy is this?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, at this rate, at the rate we're going right now under Donald Trump, the United States is going to receive 90% fewer Christian refugees this year than 5 years ago under Barack Obama.
90%?
90% less. Yet,
that's crazy.
Yet, who's voting for Donald Trump? So where are the values here?
Yeah. They don't align.
Where are the values? They don't align.
Ooh, that's another, religion. Ooh, that's a talk right there.
Now I don't know if you saw the latest polls, but the Democratic bar of soap is 15 percentage points ahead.
Bar of soap.
The Democratic bar of soap is 15 percentage points ahead. We haven't heard from this bar of soap. The bar of soap is in his basement. Okay. But he's 15 percentage points ahead of Donald Trump. Donald Trump, as a result, fired his campaign manager. That's the guy who said 100,000 people were going to come to Omaha in Oklahoma for his convention, and only 6,000 people came. So they were short 94,000 people. Now, I'll tell you what, you're laughing about that. I'll tell you what's ironic about all of that, Yo-Yo. The governor of Oklahoma is joining you in quarantine right now, Kevin Stitt, because since he has corona. He was diagnosed with corona after he was walking around.
First of all, I don't have it.
After he was walking around from that 6,000 person convention without a mask, he got coronavirus.
He's not joining me.
He's not joining you in quarantine.
No, because I don't know that I have it.
That's true. We don't know that you have it yet.
I'm not putting that out in the universe.
And by the way, only 6,000 people came to that convention for Donald Trump. They all didn't wear masks, or mostly didn't. And since then, Oklahoma has had a 22,000 people confirmed with coronavirus in the last 3 weeks. From that, a lot of it may be from that convention. We don't know, but it seems like, very coincidental if it didn't.
It probably is.
And 428 people have died. Do you think some people may not have died had Trump not gone? Think he killed some people?
I do.
I mean, even we're saying this so many other people were supposed to show up to this arena, but in this time right now, 6,000 people in any space. And I follow a few people who are Trump supporters and actually went live at that convention. I was like, oh, let me see what this girl is up to. Yes, went live. And when I realized that it was a Trump convention and people were close, they were not sitting every other seat or anything like that at all.
Did she get sick?
From this live,
did she get
people
sick?
Were close.
Well, you don't know.
I haven't followed up with her profile after. I was following this girl and not realizing what her political.
Right, and now you're like mute, or you either mute, or did you mute, or you just completely not follow?
I wasn't
you
a
muted.
full hater.
Right.
I like the other content. I like her brand.
Right.
I just don't agree with her politics.
Right. So you know what? I don't want to see this girl till after the election.
Yeah.
Or maybe even after the election, you don't want to see her either.
I don't want to tune into another live that might take me to a Trump convention.
Right. Meanwhile,
I unfollow.
You unfollow.
Yeah, I would have unfollowed.
You would have
I
unfollowed
don't
her.
play with.
You don't play that.
I've unfollowed so many people from this whole within the past 4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't. Is it because you don't want to hear somebody else's point of view, or you're so disgusted at what they have to say?
I'm so disgusted.
You're
I'm so
disgusted what they have to
with the
say.
fact that, like, and they become, they call them like Twitter thugs, Twitter fingers. It's like because they think that they're just so big and bad and bold, and they can say whatever they want to say, behind the phone and behind the computer, but like would never say anything like that to your face. But like the stuff that I seen people that I was following or friends with on Facebook to see like what they were saying, I deleted them fast.
What do you think of the idea? And I can't come up with an exact person at this moment because there's a lot of people deleting people who may have said something 15, 20 years ago and they're now said they're sorry about it. I can't think of, the exact cancel culture. Thank you very much. What do you think of this cancel culture that if somebody did something 15, 20 years ago and now they come back and they say, I'm sorry, I now understand what I said was wrong. What do you think of still canceling them, or do you forgive them? And I'll just say this one other thing to let you think about this as well. What's the point of trying to convince somebody of your point of view if eventually they say, okay, I agree with your point of view, and then they get canceled because they changed their mind about something they said 20 years ago?
For me, it depends on the person. Yeah, for me, it depends on the person.
Like what?
So I'm trying to think of one that I did cancel. Okay, so like with like the Jimmy Fallon and I think it was a blackface.
Right.
I didn't cancel him.
Why?
Even though like if that was somebody else like Trump that came out and did blackface back in the 80s and then came out and said, oh, I apologize, I would cancel him. That's because I know him as a person. I know what his true beliefs are. Jimmy Fallon actually is for our culture. What? He has a lot of black friends. He's helped out a lot of black families. So I personally did not cancel him. When other people were, I said I wasn't going to cancel him.
What if, so it has to do with the sincerity of the apology?
Yes.
All right. So if you really believe that somebody did something and maybe what they did was evil 20 years ago, but they have since seen their ways and they realize, because we sit there and argue on Twitter and we argue on everything to convince people we're right. So once we convince them we're right and you sincerely believe it, I don't know how you can cancel them. You got them to agree with you.
Exactly.
Because other than that, nobody will come agree with you. Like, I don't want to be canceled, so I'll never agree with you then otherwise.
Right.
So it has to be a sincere thing, right? Is that the difference? Is that the difference?
I believe so,
it's
yes.
like the time we almost all canceled Kevin Hart because he had things to say about the gay community ages ago.
Right.
And when that came to light and everyone was like, ooh, should we cancel Kevin Hart? But he's really funny, but he apologized and we feel like he sincerely meant it.
Right, so he made a comeback.
It was in that moment. Now it's not like it's fully brushed under the rug because there's still that LGBT community that's like, we won't forget you said that, but we understand that you have a different point of view because you have more knowledge now.
Yeah,
so,
I mean that's kind of my point, because we sit there and argue and we're like, we're right, you're wrong, or they're saying we're wrong, they're right, and everybody sits there and argues back. And then finally when you get somebody to acknowledge, you know what, you're right, I shouldn't have said something about homosexuality. You know what? You're right. I can see it's completely offensive to put on blackface. I thought it was funny 20 years ago, but now that I look back, I realize how offensive it is. Right. And how hurtful it is. And then people say, well, too bad you canceled anyway, then why would you ever apologize?
Yeah, I feel like there's certain people are just too quick to cancel people out. And to me, that's just a hating type. That's just haters to me.
All right. Meanwhile, you know what today is?
Wacky. Wacky News Thursday.
Wacky News. We got gotta light this up. By the way, Yonathan, we are not social distancing in that airplane. Okay, we are on top of each other, Yonathan and Ness-quick. I mean,
but you guys are on a safe ride.
But at least we're outdoors. We're not inside the airplane, right?
And then, but look, I'm in the back, so that means that if I cough, it's just gonna go right behind me.
Right. Yeah,
the wind will just.
The wind will take it that way. Meanwhile, talking about screaming or yelling in Japan, amusement parks in Japan have begun to reopen, but there is one request: you're not allowed to yell in the amusement park. Theme parks have issued guidelines suggesting visitors keep quiet, wear masks while on rides, no screaming aloud or you're kicked out of the park. You can go on any ride you want, don't scream. What kind of fun is that?
So you can't scream on the rides.
You cannot scream on the rides. What kind of fun is that? What kind of fun is that? What kind of ridiculous rule is that? What kind of rule is that?
Thrill.
What? Well, because apparently when you're talking loud, you're more likely to spew out petri dish germs than if you just keep your mouth shut.
Or just don't open the park then.
I don't open the park. Well, they got to make money. Meanwhile, so that's a little wacky. Now, at a UK United Kingdom care home, residents at the Sidmar Lodge care home in Edgewater, England, have been in lockdown with guests for 4 months. And activity managers at the home, Robert Speaker, want to keep their spirits up. So he came up with a project recreating classic album covers with residents cast as the rock stars. So let's see what we have here. Speaker tweeted side-by-side photos of the original cover, and then that is the cover of one of the people at the nursing home. That is British David Bowie. There's also Adele.
David Bowie.
There's also Adele. Wow, I haven't heard David Bowie's name in a long time. There's also Adele, and Adele meet 93-year-old Vera. Do we have that picture as well? Or no? Maybe not. Well, if we ever are able to see those pictures, trust me, they're funny. All right, moving on. Here we go.
Right.
Oh, okay, we do have them.
Thursday.
We do
Maybe
have
next
them.
Thursday.
We do have them. Maybe next Thursday. Now, there's Adele. And the speaker explained on Twitter, I made the suggestions of which albums and which resident best suited the look or had a vague similarity to the artist, and I proposed the idea to each resident. Gladly, all of them were enthused and perhaps a bit bemused by the idea, but very nice.
That's
funny. What do you think of this one, Yonathan? Michael Jackson.
Hey, that's my favorite one right there.
That's your favorite one?
Yeah.
Guy actually looks a little bit like Michael Jackson.
I love it.
Yeah. It's a woman.
It's like,
that's a woman?
Like, have you...
Yes, that's a woman.
Wow. Madonna. Yeah. Oh, well, let's see Madonna. Let's see what Madonna looks like. Wow, that's good too.
Ooh.
That one's good too.
This one's really good.
Yeah, that one's good.
Really
Go ahead,
good.
sister.
Yeah, that one's good too.
Oh, Lil Yona.
Elvis Presley. That one doesn't look like Elvis Presley though, but okay.
I could have gotten a guitar.
And then who is that? Is that Britney Spears? Who's in the nursing outfit?
Wasn't that the cover of the Eminem album?
Is that Eminem?
Yeah, something like that. No, that's Blink 182.
Oh, Blink 182.
Oh, Blink 182.
Okay, got it.
Oh yeah, right there. It says it too. Blink 182.
Got it.
I love pop culture news.
All right. Well, I need you guys for pop culture because I would have no idea.
You already know. That's on me.
I would not have any idea what Blink 180 was. It 182 or 82?
182.
182. I don't even know. Blink 182.
That's because, you know why? That's because you didn't have any teenagers in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
If you had teenagers in the early 2000s, then you would know.
Then I would have known.
Exactly.
Yeah. Meanwhile, a floating movie theater where people sit in socially distant boats on the water is coming to Paris. The Paris Plage, an annual event organized in the French capital, creates temporary beaches along the Seine and Basin River during the summer to celebrate the event and the recent reopening of movie theaters in France after being closed due to coronavirus. Cinema chain MK2 created Cinema on the Water. On Saturday at 7:30, 150 people brought their boats to watch Le Grand Bain. I guess I'm saying it right. A comedy about a group of men who started a synchronized swimming team. It's kind of funny.
I love that.
Yeah. And a Turkish paragliding instructor rigged up a couch and a TV so it could become a couch potato hundreds of feet up in the air. That must have been a really slow news day if this actually made the news. Hassan Kaval, 29, of Izmir, Turkey, created a miniature living room complete with a couch, a lamp, and a TV set, rigged into a parachute harness to take a paragliding track at the Babadag Air Sports and Recreation Center. And finally.
That must be fun to Netflix and chill on that.
Yes. And finally, scientists in Copenhagen have reported getting so high on the noxious oxide emitted by penguins' poop that it actually made them go cuckoo. The study has a lot of relevance, apparently, for Danish agriculture, which uses the nitrogen fertilizer and emits large quantities of nitrous oxide. Professor Bo Eberling from the University of Copenhagen said that one of the things we can learn, for example, is how and when to fertilize. Another thing the scientists learned is that the levels of noxious oxide from penguins are more commonly known as laughing gas. So apparently if you hang out with penguins and they're pooping all over the place and you like that noxious laughing gas, then that's your place you want to be.
Can you imagine human gas made you laugh? That'd be more interesting.
Well, sometimes it makes you laugh when somebody does it next to you when they're not supposed to. You're like, what the hell was that? And then everybody just starts laughing, right?
You're right. So
this is true.
So funny gas is funny gas.
Gas is funny, right? Only when it's not, but gas can also be obnoxious. If you're like, all right, the first time was funny, the next time, that ain't so funny. You're really making me sick now, right?
Yeah.
All right. We only have 2 people on hold because nobody realizes I answer immigration questions. So if you call right now, you can get your immigration questions answered in about 90 seconds. 1-800-529-5465. Anywhere from the United States, outside of the United States, the number is 212-227-8933. If you call the number scrolling below, you can also get on our show right now. We have 18 open lines. 1-800-529-5465. Internationally, +1 212-227-8933. Yonathan, Yo-Yo, Elias, Vanessa, Ness-quick, Contreras. Why don't you tell everybody what they need to do while I stretch to answer some immigration questions?
Absolutely. All right, now, everybody on Facebook, you already know what time it is. It's time to start your watch parties. All you have to do is click share. Right under it, it says host a watch party or watch party. I need you to click start your watch party. It takes the video from our page to your page. You are the host. You are the Brad, the Yo-Yo, the Ness-quick. I need you to tell all your friends and family about the show. Tell them to come onto the actual page. So like I said, right here, do this exact thing. Press share, watch party, start your watch party. It's very easy. And then I want you guys to go in the comment section and let us know that you actually did it, all right? I'm going to be looking. All right, Ness-quick, what are we going to do on YouTube?
Well, I've started to get a couple of thumbs up on YouTube, but you know I get upset when I don't see all the thumbs up that we really need. So make sure you get those interactions up on Facebook. On YouTube, friends, if you haven't already, you should be subscribed and turned on your notification bell so that you know when Brad Show Live is on every day, Monday through Friday. And you can share right now, friends. Like I said, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Brad is going to be answering immigration questions live, and you never know when someone out there has the same question. They just didn't even know this show existed. So be that host. Let them know where you're getting all your information, all of your value, and share. On Instagram, @Brad Show Live, make sure that you follow us there. And don't forget, you can have your one-on-one consultation with Brad for free. That is a $200 value consultation for free. But you need to enter in order to win. We'll be picking out a winner next week. All you need to do is follow our page, like this post, find that Dancing Brad post, and comment, tag 5 friends. Every time that you comment and tag 5 friends and continuous share, we will add your name into the vault and we will choose it next week. And you'll receive a free consultation with Brad. Just how he's about to answer immigration questions, you can have your one-on-one session with Brad. But we need you guys to run over to Instagram, follow, find that post, comment, and share. Slide into people's DMs. Send this via text message, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook. Guys, It is time to get the answers to your immigration questions, but we need y'all to share.
All right, Jackie in Houston. Jackie. Jackie.
Hello, Brad. Can you hear me?
I do hear you, Jackie. That's why I'm yelling, "Hi, Jackie."
All right. Hey, Brad. I just want to know if do I get in trouble if I got from the stimulus check and the unemployment benefit?
No.
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 You sure?
Positive.
And so I'm a green card holder. If I want to go to Canada, like, can I exchange my status?
If you go to Canada, what?
Yes. So like, what? Like, if let's say Trump wins this next year, let's say, and I want to go to Canada, like, can I exchange my status, like my 5 years like green card status?
You want, all right, so if Trump wins, you want to give up on America and you want to move to Canada?
Yes, like.
I have no idea how to move to Canada. I'm not a Canadian immigration lawyer. But if you move to Canada, you would give up your green card in America, that's for sure.
So, well, when I get to Canada, can I get the residency with the green card over here?
First
all right,
of all,
never mind. Thank you, Brad.
You're very welcome, Jackie. First of all, you were mumbling your question, so I could barely hear you. But I think your question was, can you move to Canada? Yeah, move to Canada if you don't want to be here in America, but you would lose your green card. Let's go to Kim in Lakeland, Florida. Kim.
Hi, Uncle Brad.
How are you?
I'm good. I have a few questions. I am about to go through a divorce, and I have a marriage-based petition, and I want to file VAWA. Now, I was reading on the USC website that you have to notify the field office 30 days prior before you file, or something to that effect. And then I also met with an attorney, and they were saying that I have to withdraw my petition and then refile everything all over again.
No, both wrong. Both wrong. You have an adjustment application pending right now, correct?
Yes, and
Okay.
I got as far as I haven't got I did the concurrent file. I haven't gotten anything about the EID, but they did send me let me know that my medical was missing, and they'll let me know if they need the interview for me to bring it, or they'll let me know if they're sending it in.
Okay, what you should do is this. Okay, put together the best VAWA application you can put together, file it. Get the receipt notice back. When you get the receipt notice back, you can write a letter to immigration with your case number for your pending adjustment. Let them know that you have filed a VAWA and you want to convert your pending adjustment application from a marriage adjustment to a VAWA adjustment, and they'll convert it. You can also convert it at the time of your interview. You don't even have to write them if you don't choose not to. You know, the only risk you have is that your spouse withdraws the case, is smart enough to withdraw the case, and then you never get an interview. So, you know, you could always just show up to your adjustment interview and say, hey, I filed a VAWA, here's my receipt notice, and the immigration officer will keep the case open also that way.
Okay, and well, because of everything with COVID, like I said, so all I got was just the letter about the medical. So right now, I guess I wouldn't hear anything back for another 12 months or a year, like 2 years or so.
I don't know. Maybe you'll hear. They're having interviews in New York right now. In August, there's lots of people getting interviews. So I don't know when you're going to hear back. We don't know when coronavirus will calm down in Florida or vice versa. So the answer is I don't know when you're going to get an interview. Nobody knows. File your VAWA. And if you're concerned your husband is smart enough to figure out how to withdraw your case, after you get the receipt notice back on your VAWA, make a photocopy of that receipt notice and mail it to the immigration office where you got your receipt notice for your adjustment, and let them know that you want to convert it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Uncle Brad. I love your show.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to Melvin in Brooklyn, Minnesota. Melvin.
Yes, bro.
What's going on?
I have some fear. I have adjustment of status pending.
Right.
Yeah, and I got married in 2018, but my wife, she been maltreating me, and for most of the time, or sometimes she would tell me that,
what is the maltreatment that you're getting?
Yes, like I was on the road because I was driving a truck, and she told me to come home to leave the job. When I went home, she was when we are asleep, because she had two children outside when I met her. So for every time we are asleep, she and the children's father always are communicating. And when I tell her that it is not the rightful time, and she begins to.
So she's texting. She's texting with another man who happens. She happens to be the father of the children.
And the man calling her.
And then when you say something to her, are they texting about the children, or are they having a cute, flirtatious thing?
They still having an affair.
An affair. Okay. Because there's a difference. I mean, you do have to co-parent with this man. He's part of the children's life. So sometimes you have to, hey, who's picking who up at school today? That type of thing. That's a lot different than, hey, what are you wearing? What are you doing right now in bed? I mean, those are two different things,
And sometimes, and sometimes she leaves the room at night at 2 a.m., at 3 a.m., and goes in the living room to communicate with this guy.
All right. So that's not abuse. That's just a cheating. That's a cheating wife. That's a cheating wife.
Yes. And she even went as far as going to the bank and telling the bank that they should move my name from on the account.
All right. So why are you still there? Just to get a green card?
No. Right now I'm not at the house. I have to move.
You moved out.
From there. Yeah, because.
Okay. So we got to figure out how to get you a green card now, right?
Yes.
All right. And you never got. So your choice is this, and we can talk about it off the air. Your choice is to build a extreme emotional abuse case. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I don't know enough yet. Get divorced and marry somebody else and fall in love again, or bring lots of flowers and chocolates and try to make up. Those are your three choices. That's what everybody has. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Okay.
All right. Let's go to David in Brooklyn. David.
Oh, Brad.
Hi,
good evening.
David. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. What's going on?
Fine. Good. Brad, good job,
Thank you.
Yeah, actually, I got married into 2018.
Right.
And I live in Texas with my wife.
Okay.
But I got a job in New York.
Mm-hmm.
That I come to New York to work. And after the last interview in 2019 January.
Where?
2019 January.
Where?
In Texas. In Texas.
Did you get a green card?
No, till now I've not gotten my green card.
So David,
they just said.
David, let me give you some advice. Okay.
Yep.
All right, and this goes for everybody.
Yeah.
Immigration is unlikely to approve your case if your wife lives in Texas and you live in New York. The excuse, I came to New York for a job, is an excuse that they hear every day. They don't buy it. They don't believe it, whether it's true or not. The fact is, in order to get a green card, you have to prove a bona fide marriage. And under the immigration rules and regulations, a bona fide marriage is a husband and wife who live together and have a financial relationship. You're not living with her right now, so you're going to have a problem getting your green card, even though it may be a real marriage.
Yeah, Brad, I go home all the time, like every month. Mm-hmm. And she comes to visit me sometimes in New York.
You may prove it's a real marriage. I am saying it is unlikely that you will be able to do it. So I've seen people do it. I would say less than 10% are successful with that case. Just based on my observance of those type of cases. So you gave yourself a 90% chance of getting your application denied and getting put in deportation in Texas, which is a horrible place to be put in deportation. The judges stink there. They don't help immigrants there for a better paying job. Short term, maybe you're getting a little more money in your pocket. Long term, very bad decision. That's probably why you haven't even gotten called yet. Or probably why maybe they're investigating you. I don't know. But it's a problem for you, David. You don't live with your wife. It's a problem. Even though you may consider it a good marriage. Immigration, to get a green card, the purpose of, let me ask you this question, David. What do you think the purpose of, why would the U.S. government give a green card to someone who's married to a U.S. citizen?
I think because of the commitment in it.
No. The United States government gives somebody a green card who's married to a U.S. citizen because they want to keep, it's called family reunification. That's actually what the law is, family reunification. You want to have families together. The idea is we don't want to keep families apart. But if your family is already apart, you're in New York, she's in Texas, you're already defeating the purpose of the law. Now, you can try to prove it's still a real marriage. I am telling you, it's unlikely. You have a problem. Hold on. All right? Just telling you life. It's a life thing problem now. And that's short, and a lot of people do it. A lot of people move for jobs. And as far as I'm concerned, it's very short-sighted. Because in the short term, maybe you make a couple extra dollars by moving and getting a better paying job, but in the long term, you screw yourself up with immigration. You end up having to pay lawyers for deportation and all sorts of things that you wouldn't have otherwise had to do. Plus, you're traveling back and forth. That's got to cost money too. Thomas in Fort Myers, Florida. Thomas.
Hi, Brad. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
My husband, I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
Good.
My husband is petitioning for my daughter. She is 5 years old. She's here. She came on a visitor's visa. Now, I'm one of his dependents. He makes like $35,000 for the year on one W-2, like 41 on another, and 55 on another.
So he has 3 different jobs?
No, these are for like 29.
I see, for each particular year. Okay.
Right. Would we need another sponsor? No.
Not necessarily, not for a family of 3. If the 55 was in the past year, no. But you will need to show that you can support yourself and you have a paying job, or you have the ability to get a paying job based on your skills and education.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Another question. Will they send a notice for an interview for a 6-year-old?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. Let's go to Blessing in Dallas, Texas. I think we spoke with Blessing before. Blessing.
Hey, Brad.
How are you? I spoke with you the other day, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I remember your name. You have a very unique name. That's why I remember it.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brad. You're such a wonderful person.
What's going on?
Yeah, so I did ask about my U.S. citizen spouse filing for my kids. They live in Nigeria, but we try to we're putting up documents. I want to know, she wants to know what else we need to put in besides the birth certificate, ID, and petitions itself. What else do we need to put in?
For filing the I-130 for your children.
Yes, sir.
And that's your wife, but she's not the mother of the children.
No.
Okay, so you're going to put a copy of your marriage certificate, proof of her citizenship, and the children's birth certificates, which hopefully indicate you're the father. If either of you were married previously, divorce decrees or death certificates from prior spouses. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Brad.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to be back to take some more calls in less than a minute. But first, in this education, I answer the question, what is a provisional waiver? A provisional waiver is a waiver to waive the 10-year bar if you leave the United States to obtain an immigrant visa in another country. In 1996, Congress changed the law that said that if you are applying for a green card in another country and you lived in the United States illegally for more than 1 year, you have a 10-year bar to re-enter. prevented most people who overstayed on their visas, who were entered without inspection, from returning home to pick up their green cards because nobody wanted to stay home for 10 years before they were able to come back with their green card. The provisional waiver gives a waiver to that law prior to you leaving the United States. So as long as you get that provisional waiver, you can go back to your home country and if otherwise eligible, obtain your green card and then return to the United States within a matter of weeks. All right, so let's go to Nasser in the Bronx. Nasser.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, how are you?
I'm good.
What's going on?
I'm a refugee. I was granted asylum on 2016.
Right.
So I have to wait on I was granted asylum in 2017, so I have to wait on 2018 before applying for my green card.
Correct.
So after that, I applied for my green card and the traveling document. So the traveling document came on. They sent me the travel document after they said they transfer my case to Texas.
So what's the problem?
The green card they transferred it to Texas. So almost 2 years from now, I didn't hear from them. So I don't know what's the problem.
Problem is Donald Trump, immigration. Where are you from, Nasser?
I'm from Ghana.
All right. They don't like Donald Trump doesn't like Africans. He doesn't like refugees. He doesn't like people who file for amnesty. It's a whole combination of reasons. All right. So you have two choices. You can wait, or you can come see me, and we can file what's called a mandamus. A mandamus is a lawsuit against the federal government. They're violating your rights, and you have a right to get a green card in a relatively immediate time. Relative to immigration could be 6, 9, 12 months, but they don't have a right to hold up your green card for 2+ years, unless of course you did something wrong. But assuming you did everything right, you would be looking at you would be looking at a mandamus now.
Right.
All right. So hold on one second. All right. Let's go to Janet in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Janet.
Hey, Uncle Brad.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
What's going on?
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
My husband filed for his daughter from Jamaica. She's over 21. The priority date is May 19, 2014. Can you tell me how long of a wait he have right now?
Is your husband's a resident or a citizen?
He's a citizen.
All right. So is she single?
Yes, she is.
Okay, so right now they're up to July 8th, 2014. So she's eligible for her green card immediately, except Donald Trump put a ban on immigration till the first of the year. So I would assume the ban will be up by the first of the year, and sometime early next year she'll get her green card.
Okay, but we haven't received any documents or anything from them?
From the National Visa Center, you got nothing?
Nothing.
Have you called the You should have gotten letters for fee bills and everything else about a year and a half ago.
Nothing. All I have is a receipt from USCIS.
Oh, you never got an approval?
No.
All right, then you need to come see me immediately, or give us a call. Okay, hold on one second.
Right. I have another question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I have a goddaughter in Jamaica that I take care of. Is there anything I can do to bring her here?
Where's the mother and father of this daughter?
She has no father, but she lives with her mom. But I pay school fee and everything for her.
How are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I am.
All right. How old is this child?
17. She's going to be 18 in September.
It's too late. You had to do an orphan petition before 16.
Oh, okay.
All right. But we can talk when you have a consultation about what type of visa we can get her here on, whether a student visa or something.
Okay. Thank you, Uncle Fred.
Hold on one second. All right. Let's go to Cynthia in Los Angeles. Cynthia.
Hi.
Hi.
So I have a quick one. I live in a county in Los Angeles, but work close to Riverside County. I stay in Los Angeles, but I've heard that some counties have a shorter wait time for the N400. So I want to get your opinion on the matter. Does it make any difference where you file from? Like if I move and file from Riverside County instead of Los Angeles County? Is it going to help me have a shorter wait time?
It could, depending on where you live. It may. I don't know what the wait time is between counties in California off the top of my head, but certainly different areas of the United States have different waiting times, yes.
Okay, another question.
Mm-hmm.
So my husband went to apply for a non-immigrant visa back home in Africa and was put on administrative processing. The first day they were like, come back for your visa, but then when he went to get it, they were like, oh, it's in administrative processing. This was in September last year.
What do you mean a nanny visa? He got sponsored to be somebody's nanny?
He was just, no, non-immigrant. Like
non-immigrant.
visiting.
Oh, okay. For what?
Yeah.
A visitor's visa?
Yes.
Where's he from? Where's he from?
Kenya.
Kenya. And so he got turned down for his tourist visa. It's your husband?
My husband, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's not American. He's over there. And he was just
You're a
standing.
resident. You're a resident.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Most likely they denied him because they denied him or will deny him for what's called an immigrant intent because he has a wife who's a permanent resident. They're going to say file for him. So what you should do is file the visa petition for him now, because who knows when you're going to become a U.S. citizen, and then if you become a U.S. citizen, upgrade it. And that's the only way you're going to ultimately get him here, probably.
Is that the I-30?
I-130, yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome. So in today's Spar Bernstein Attorney Close-Up, partner and immigration attorney Shannon Laguerre-Maingrette talks about one of the most common questions she gets from clients. Let's watch.
Some of the common questions I get from clients are, why is it taking so long for my case? And so, unfortunately, we're in an administration where things are basically being, I feel, somewhat intentionally delayed. It's much longer to get your work permit. Before it used to be within 3 months, you would get your work permit, and now it's actually 9 months. And so a lot of people will basically say to me, it doesn't make sense why it's taking so long. I know someone else and it was much quicker for them. A lot of times it's because of the fact that there's been delays on all these cases. But also the other issue is that every case is different. So your friend may have gotten either their work permit or their green card in a particular time, and it may be just a different case overall. You may think it's the same case, but it's not. And so those are some of the common questions why it's taking so long for particular cases.
All right, Yonathan and Ness-quick, we got you guys?
We're here.
Right here.
And it's working. Wow, yesterday I was like, oh, please work, please work, please work, please.
Where are my friends? Brad was like, where are my friends?
Please, yes. I was left all alone on the life raft. I was just like, all right, I'm going myself.
Me and Yo-Yo,
I'll just paddle myself.
We want to paddle through technology.
Meanwhile, I do want to, if you did not get your questions answered by calling us today, you could always leave your questions on our comment section right now. We'll try to answer them in our social media, which is going to be in about 45 seconds. If we don't get to you on social media, you could always follow me at Real Brad Bernstein on Instagram. If you follow me at Real Brad Bernstein on Instagram, you can drop me a DM. I'll try to answer your questions to the best of my ability. I may tell you need a consultation. I may tell you, the quick answer, depending on what the question may be. You can also follow us at Brad Show Live on Instagram. If you follow us at Brad Show Live on Instagram, you'll get the best content of all of our different shows in small little tidbits. If you can't handle a 2-hour show, but you can handle a 2-minute tidbit. Is that what they call it? I don't know what they call it. Tidbit? Sure, why not? If you can handle a 2-minute tidbit instead of a 2-hour show, then follow us at Brad Show Live on Instagram. Also, you can enter our free consultation giveaway we do every Wednesday. Last week, only one person entered, so they won the consultation. Maybe more people will enter this week. And Yo-Yo and Ness-quick, you have anything you need to promote?
Yeah, you guys can follow me at Yonathan Elias TV on Instagram and Twitter.
And look out for me on Instagram at Vanessa.ContrerasTV.
All right, with that, let's do some social media checking.
All right, guys. Our first one comes from Florence on YouTube saying, how can I get work authorization?
You have to file an adjustment. That's usually how it happens.
Alrighty, next one comes from God's Got Me on YouTube. Can I complete the I-765 application on USCIS website, even if it shows it expired in May of 2020?
Yes, whatever the most relevant I-765 you got, use it.
Okay, Shanti on YouTube saying, how long is the green card waiting list?
Which one? There's a lot of them. You tell me,
Oh,
be a little
really?
more specific. Yeah. You know, unmarried children of U.S. citizen, married children of U.S. citizen, brother and sister of U.S. citizen, spouse of permanent resident, unmarried son or daughter over 21 of permanent resident, skilled workers, unskilled workers, workers with exceptional ability, workers with extraordinary ability, religious workers, investors. Which one?
Okay.
Which one?
Okay, next one comes from Abdul Afez on Facebook, and he says, my wife is an American citizen and has filed for both me and her son. Our cases are still pending. Can you tell us why her son was denied the stimulus check?
Maybe the son's not here in the United States. Maybe the son doesn't have a social security number. Maybe the son was not included on a tax return.
Okay. Lady June on YouTube saying, is rent relief under Governor Cuomo considered a public charge?
No.
Next one is Mr. Saragasa on YouTube, and they asked, what about merit-based immigration?
What about it? That's the whole question?
Yeah, what about, or like what is? I would say
well, at least I can't read it, but on our screen it seems to be a lot more. Maybe you didn't get the full question. We can come back to that.
No. Oh, then I'll go to the next one. If my boyfriend and I are both immigrants and we want to get married here, what can we do?
Go down to City Hall, get a license, and get married. So far, the questions are, what color is George Washington's white horse? It's white.
Yeah.
Who's buried in Grant's tomb? Grant.
All right.
If an electric train is going 20 miles an hour to Chicago, which way is the smoke blowing? Electric trains don't have smoke. Should we continue, Yonathan and Vanessa?
All right. Stargirl Mika on Facebook saying,
yes.
How will the furlough of USCIS employees affect applicants with cases currently processing?
That's going to be a problem because obviously things will even slow down more. We just got to hope that our Democratic bar of soap stays 15 points ahead till November and everything will cure itself.
Safi on YouTube asks, how long will it take for my VAWA interview to be scheduled? Goes hand in hand with the prior question.
Magic 8 Ball.
Along with everyone being furloughed.
Magic 8 Ball.
And slowing things down.
What's this person's name? Because maybe I already...
Zafi.
Zafi. We have no idea who Zafi is, Magic 8 Ball. We don't know when he filed, or anything else. We just know his name is Zafi, or maybe her name is Zafi, and there's a VAWA application involved somewhere. What is this? So will this person get a green card? I got to ask the question the right way. Will the person get a green card in the next 18 months? And the Magic 8 Ball honestly says they cannot predict anything.
Probably the best answer it
Best
gave.
answer the Magic 8 Ball gave.
All right. Okay, we got D. Gore on YouTube saying, after my 15-year-old son's I-130 is approved, what do I do next?
Where is the son? Is the son here in the United States? Are they in another country?
Oh, we got.
They don't say, but what if they're in the States?
Well, it depends. It depends on how they came to the United States. If they're eligible to adjust their status, they can adjust, and we're going to adjust. If not, we got to process them for a green card in their home country. If they're already in their home country, either way, you would have to wait for your I-130 to be transferred to the National Visa Center. They're going to send you fee bills, and then you're going to start the affidavit support requirements.
Alrighty, Brad. Next one comes from Akila on YouTube, and they ask, if I was wrongfully given a 5-year ban from the U.S., what can I do to fix this?
Well, first of all, contact me. Let me get a FOIA, which is a Freedom of Information Act request, see what happened, and then we can discuss whether it was wrong or not. You may think it's wrong. You may think it's unfair, but maybe it was correct. We don't know. So we got to figure out. We got to figure out legally if it was correct or not. And no matter how smart you are, you could be a genius. Unless you know immigration law, you'll never know for sure. So we got to get the records first.
Okay, Hernandez Same on Facebook saying, if I have a temporary green card, can I function as someone's affidavit of support?
Yes.
Alrighty, next question comes from Anna Marie Duram on Facebook. If I came here on a vacation in 2001, days before the 2011 attacks, and have been here for 19 years undocumented ever since, is there anything I can do?
You assume that you mean the 2001 attacks, the 9/11 attacks.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know what 2011 attack was.
It was
9/11 attack.
Yeah.
You're asking basically, you've been here out of status for 19 years. How do you get a green card? Through family, through employment. We would need to speak with you and see what you're eligible for.
Okay, Ruthie Onu on Facebook saying, if I filed for VAWA over 2 years ago, but still have yet to hear back from USCIS, what can I do?
Follow up with them for sure if it's more than 2 years. Call the 1-800 number, write a letter to the Immigration Service where your application is at. Contact a lawyer to do that for you.
Okay, next one comes from Sami Hernandez on Facebook. My VAWA has been pending for over 2 years now, and my new girlfriend wants to get married. What can I do?
Well, you have a choice. You can complete the VAWA, which is what I would suggest you do, because if you get married, that's the end of your VAWA case. Unless you're so in love and you know for sure that this marriage is going to last forever, then get married. But I don't know any marriage that anybody knows going into it is going to last forever. So if you have a strong VAWA case, let it ride out. If you don't, then get married.
Okay, Laverne Parker on Facebook saying, is the embassy in Jamaica conducting interviews for permanent residency right now?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, next one is from Manveer Singh on YouTube. I got my I-360 approval in 2019, but still have yet to hear about my I-485. What should I do?
Again, these are all follow-up questions. If you haven't heard anything, the first step is you got to write immigration, say, hey, what's going on? You got to call the 1-800 number, hey, what's going on? See for yourself what's happening, and then come to a lawyer about filing a mandamus, threatening to file a mandamus. Your first step is you do it yourself, see what's going on. You get nowhere, then you come see me. Or you can come see me right away. I mean, nobody's stopping you from coming to see me. I'm just telling you things you can do on your own, you know?
Okay, Lenny from IG saying, my son was wrongfully deported. What can I do to help him?
Wrongfully deported? Why was he? I love how, I mean, it's possible that everybody was wrongfully deported, but somebody had to be deported correctly. But we need to get your records. The first step is we get your records, or a good lawyer gets your records, reviews the records to find out why he was wrongfully deported. And if that's the case, we make a motion to get him back here.
Okay, last social media check-in question comes from Kelvin on YouTube. My brother is on Medicaid and my mom is filing for me. Will I be a public charge because my brother is on Medicaid?
If he's under 18, no.
Nope.
So meanwhile, last year, before staying 6 feet apart and face masks were trending, Yonathan was out on the street playing a game of fashion around the world with some unsuspecting passersby. Let's play along and see if we know the answers.
What's up, Brad Squad? This is Yonathan Elias out here in New York City, and guess what?
You guys already know that I like fashion. I like fashion a little too much, but I know you guys do too because the Brad Squad is pretty fly. But do you know where your favorite fashion trends actually come from? Yeah, I don't either. So that's why this game is gonna be fun. I'm gonna test some New Yorkers, and I'm also gonna be testing you guys as well to see if you guys actually know where some of your favorite fashion trends actually originate from, all right? So let's go. All right, I got my fashionable brother here. You ready to play?
I'm ready.
Number one, the mini skirt. You like mini skirts?
Yeah, I shouldn't, but I do.
All right, now did it come from A, Paris, France, B, London, UK, C, San Francisco, D, New York, New York, or E, Rome, Italy?
How much time do I have?
Now.
I'm gonna say E, Rome, Italy.
I'm gonna go San Francisco, California.
Just because you're from Sacramento.
Because I'm from there.
A, Paris, France, B, London, UK, C, San Francisco, D, New York, or E, Rome, Italy?
You know what? I'm gonna go a little deeper into the devil. I'm gonna say Rome.
London.
With ease. I love it.
I know that one.
You got that. London designer Mary Quant is the one responsible for making those little risque miniskirt raised hemlines in the late 1950s. Although short tunics were used by the Romans as under armor in the Middle Ages, Quant put them on high fashion street and named the design after her favorite car, the Mini. All right, Doc Martens. Is it A, Munich, Germany, B, Moscow, Russia, C, Prague, Czech Republic, D, Zagreb, Croatia, or E, Poland?
That's gonna be Croatia.
A, Munich, Germany, B, Moscow, Russia, C, Prague, Czech Republic, Z, Croatia, or E, Poland?
Germany.
I'm gonna go Munich, Germany.
There you go. You better do it. You redeemed yourself.
Ooh, you gotta have something to kick down that wall, right?
These boots are known as icons of rebellion, but they were originally designed for practical purposes. A foot injury on a skiing trip prompted Munich-based Dr. Martens to develop a comfortable air-cushioned sole. All right, now 3, denim. Did it come from San Francisco, Ankara, Turkey, Madrid, Spain, Nimes, France, or Maremma, Italy?
You said San Francisco?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the 49ers.
Oh shit, I don't know about that one. I'm gonna say, I thought it was Japanese, but I guess that's just Japanese denim.
I don't know. Let's go with Italy. Italy.
Nimes, France.
Come on.
Denims, Nimes.
I'm 0 for, what is that, 0 for 3?
0 for 3. Levi Strauss sold these hard-wearing jeans in mining communities in California in the 1850s. But it was actually the French town of Nimes, get it, Nimes, that began producing the fabric in the 1500s. All right, how about pashmina?
Pashmina?
Pashmina, like the shawl.
Yeah, right.
All right, so did it...
Just sell those on 32nd.
Oh.
Yeah, for real.
All right, so did it come from Hong Kong, China, Kashmir, Indian subcontinent, Bangkok, Thailand, Greenfield, South Carolina, or Malaysia?
I wouldn't say India or Malaysia, but I'm gonna go with Pashmina. I'm gonna go with India.
There you go. You are killing it.
I'm gonna go with Kashmir, India, subcontinent.
There you go. You got it.
Kashmir, India.
Ooh.
There's one thing I know, it's Kashmir.
Pashmina shawls have been hand-spun, woven, and embroidered in Kashmir for thousands of years. The Persian word pasham means wool and refers to the fine blend of cashmere from special breed of goat indigenous to the high altitude climate of the Himalayas in Nepal, Pakistan, and northern India. Since the pashmina craze that hit globally in the mid-1990s, the goats are now reared in Gobi Desert in Asia. Now 5, espadrilles. Is it A, Colombia, B, Key Largo, Florida, C, Spanish Pyrenees, D, Jakarta, Indonesia, or E, Ghana?
Let's go with Ghana.
I want to say Spain, but I'm going to go Jakarta, Indonesia. That's my final answer.
Ooh, you should have went with your first guy.
Damn.
I'm gonna have to go with the bronze, man. I'm gonna say West Africa.
I almost thought that too, but it actually is Spanish Pyrenees.
See, I would have never got this. See, I don't even know where that is.
Right.
And I took geography at Georgia State. Go figure.
It originally hails from the Spanish Pyrenees, where they were worn around the 13th century. Its name is derived from Esparto,
which is a kind of plant that was originally burned, then braided to make the soles. These shoes are light and easy to pack for travel in America. They were popularized by Lauren Bacall in the 1948 movie Key Largo and in the 1980s by Sonny Crockett in Miami Vice. So now the caftan. Did it come from A, Lebanon, B, Tokyo, Japan, C, Jerusalem, Israel, D, St. Petersburg, Russia, or E, ancient Mesopotamia?
I'm gonna go with Jerusalem, Israel.
You know what? I'm gonna go with my man Gilgamesh on this one. Go ancient Mesopotamia.
Ah, you got that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Gilgamesh knows how to dress.
I'm gonna say ancient Mesopotamia. Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, think about a caftan. It looks like an old-timey toga.
It does.
Or like a toga. I don't know.
Exactly. Okay, caftan is a Persian word, but is actually known to originate from ancient Mesopotamia. The Ottoman sultans from the 14th to the 18th centuries wore lavishly decorated caftans. Caftans are made in different fabrics, often silk, wool, or cotton, and commonly bound with a sash. They are worn by both men and women across Iran and North and West Africa and into West Africa. In the 1950s and early 1960s, caftans became fashionable in Europe and North America after being adapted by French designers such as Christian Dior and Balenciaga. In 1966, Vogue described the caftans as an essential garment for every member of the jet set. Now let's get this last one, the eyeliner. Is it A, Manchester, England, B, Athens, Greece, C, Bangkok, Thailand, D, ancient Egypt, or E, India?
Ancient Egypt.
There you go.
That's easy.
Right.
This is a three-pointer. Ancient Egypt.
There you go.
You know Cleopatra fine as hell.
Thank you! Why is she fine as hell?
Because she got her eyeliner on point.
There you go!
Her eyebrows, her eyeliner, all of it.
I love it. I love it. All right. You got it, man.
Do I win anything? Or do I just sense of satisfaction?
A sense of satisfaction.
I was in need of that anyway. I appreciate it.
Eyeliner was used by men and women of high status. It's not only protected eyes from scorching desert sun, but was also believed to protect a person from the evil eye. Eyeliner's currently popularity is owed to the discovery of King Tut's tomb in the 1920s, which led to the rise in its use by people globally. Designers from the 1960s used heavy eyeliner to enhance their styles, as well as punks, goths, and emos in the 1970s. The eye-enhancing fashion continues to be embraced by today's modern fashion. I don't wear eyeliner though. Well, there you have it. We brushed up on our knowledge of fashion trends and where they originate from. I wonder how you guys did. You know, it was 50-50 with the New Yorkers. They weren't really too sure, but some of them did pretty well. I think you guys probably did too, because Brad Squad is pretty fly. Brad, how'd you do now? All right, back to the studio.
All right, great job there, Yo-Yo.
Thank you.
How you doing? You surviving there?
Just the man for the fashion job.
Of course. That's what I do.
Are you ready to do some heavy lifting in speed round?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Speed round.
There we go. There we go. I did it twice to leave back in my jail. We finally got it going. Yo-Yo and Vanessa are somewhere in the clouds.
Yes, we're here.
I will chat. I hear them.
We're here.
I hear them. I will channel them. There they are.
Don't mess this up,
I will.
Yo-Yo.
Yeah. Brad, by the way, I got to give myself, a little pep talk. Brad. Okay, you can do this, Brad. Come on, the little train that can. Chugga, 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 chugga. All right, let's go. You ready?
Yes.
Go.
Can an alien spouse of a U.S. citizen get an ITIN?
Yes, file a W-7 with a 1040 return.
If I'm a citizen, can I file for my cousin?
No.
What is the visa bulletin?
Tells you when you're eligible for a green card.
What happens at your biometric appointment?
You take a fingerprint.
What is advance parole?
A travel document to make a short trip abroad while your adjustment application is pending.
Can I be deported once granted my U.S. citizenship?
No.
How can I get a combo card?
File an adjustment.
Is Trump's travel ban list still being upheld?
Yes.
Is the Trump travel ban also called the Muslim ban?
Well, there's more than Muslims now, but it started as the Muslim ban, but it's a whole ban right now, worldwide ban.
Did Trump extend the ban on immigration to the U.S.?
No.
If I have an H-1B visa, does Trump's temporary ban apply to me?
If you already have the visa in your passport, no, but if you need to renew it, yes.
We did it.
With time to spare. With time to spare. That's what I'm talking about.
Comments of the day. Comments of the day.
All right, guys. Our first comment of the day comes from AJ saying, take care to Yo-Yo. We need Dr. Love to be healthy soon. Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you. I'm feeling better. It's because of that.
Next one comes from Just Call Me Joel Reed. In between, sometimes I'm good and sometimes I'm bad. Okay. I'm in between. They said I'm in between. Sometimes I'm good and sometimes I'm bad. Maybe earlier when we were saying there's good people and there's bad people.
Oh, she was talking about when I was there was good people and bad people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She's an in-betweener. She's a tweenie.
Yep.
She's
Whoa. Mimi's right in between.
She's a tweenie. Okay.
All right. All right, third comment of the day comes from Sherry Bushy Foster saying, squad up, peeps. Hey, Uncle Brad and his amazing crew. Perfect ending to a long day watching my favorite show.
Thank you. It's my perfect ending, too, doing the show. Thank you.
Same, guys. Next one comes from Aquila, and they say, you guys are doing a fantastic job. God bless you. Hope Brad can help me out. Love your show, and thanks so much for the input.
I hope so, too. Fingers crossed I can help everybody.
Awesome. And last one for today comes from Dion Watson saying, hire Brad. You will definitely get that green card. He's the bestest of the best. If there was a word, bestest, that's him.
And from the bestest to the best. Everybody have a good weekend. Yo-Yo, feel better. Vanessa, have a good weekend. We're going to be off tomorrow, so Yo-Yo can get better. We can recharge our batteries, and we will see you all on Monday. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar Bernstein Law Firm, located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?